Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethany Noel if you're new here, and welcome to my booktube page. And in today's video we have our February wrap up. I have no clue where February have went. It literally have came and it flew. It just flew by. But in today's video we have read 10 books for the month of February. I am so proud of myself, y'all. I have surpassed my reading TBR goal that I had set for myself for the month of February. But I also just want to attest that I just read some really great books this month. So last month I believe I read 9 books, and this month I read 10 books. So I do have 7 of the physical books here with me. I did read 3 of them on my Kindle. I do plan on buying those. They just won't arrive until after this video goes out. But I am going to go ahead and get started. We have A Court of Mist and Fury, Too Hot to Handle, A Court of Wings and Ruin, The Rebel King, Icebreaker, When Souls Collide, and A Court of Frost and Starlight. We also have When Hearts Collide and When Souls Collide, and we also have, what is the other one that I do not physically have that I read? Oh, In Flow by Kennedy Ryan. I already ordered that book. That one should be here later this week, but again, I will just insert a picture for the sake of this video so you all can see what those books look like. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the first book that we have here is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in ACOTAR, and I have rated this 6 stars. I know it seems excessive, right? No, it was really just that doggone good. ACOTAR, which was the first book in the series, I rated it 4. It was just a lot of the world building, getting to know the characters, trying to figure out what was going on. In this book, we really just got into a lot of the plot twists, a lot of the storylines. We already got so attached and connected to the characters. The character development, which is extremely amazing in this book. I have so many favorite characters in this book, starting with Feyre, with Kaysen, with Ezreal, with Moore, with Ryson, Elaine. I just have so many favorite characters in this book. Sarah J. Maas did a wonderful job with writing this storyline out. So yes, this one was a 6-star read for me. The second book we have is Too Hot to Handle by Tessa Bailey. This book wasn't for me. I did rate this 2-star. I just didn't connect with any of the characters. I did not like the writing style of this book at all. I did not like the plot of this book. I just didn't really like anything about the book, but I did enjoy the banter. So that's what made it go from a 1-star to a 2-star. So this was my first Tessa Bailey book that I've read. I may revisit her, but if she always writes in third person, I think I'll just pass on all her books. I just can't take the third person, y'all. The third book that I read was A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I also rated this 6 stars, y'all. This book was so good. This is the 3rd book in ACOTAR, and this one was when a lot of the war started, right? So let me read the back so I make sure that I don't spoil anything. Feyre has returned to the Spring Court, determined to gather information on Tamlin's actions and learn what she can about the invading king threatening to bring her land to its knees. But to do so, she must play a deadly game of deceit. I slip could bring doom not only for Feyre, but for everything and everyone she holds dear. So yeah, this is pretty much about Feyre trying to figure out an end solution that will not destroy the entire world, the human land and the Fae's land, right? So this book was also 6 stars. I just ate it up. I could not get enough. I'm jumping ahead of myself, but yes, 6 stars. Absolutely loved it. The 4th book that I read was The Rebel King by Kennedy Ryan. I believe I rated this a 4-star. I'm checking my Goodreads now. Yes, this was a 4-star for me. So good. I absolutely love this even more than The Kingmaker. I'm so glad that I stuck it out. I'm even going to read the last book in the Kingmaker series called The Queen Move. I can't wait to read that, because although Maxim and Lennox's story has wrapped up, the next book is going to be about Lennox's best friend slash business partner, and then her love life, because we didn't really, she was such a secret in the Rebel King and in the Kingmaker. So I'm excited to see what come of hers. But yes, I rated this a 4-star. It really reminded me of, one scene specifically reminded me of Olympus Has Fallen, a beginning scene, and if you watched it, if you know, you know. And then this also kind of reminded me of Scandal. I mean, just a little bit because of the politics. And I guess Lennox was almost like a Olivia Pope, not to Olivia's Pope extent, because Olivia Pope was a freaking, I mean, she was a force to be reckoned with. But those two vibes, if you kind of like just put it together, that's what I kind of, the vibe that I got for the Rebel King. So yes, this was a 4-star for me. The 5th book that I've read for the month of February was Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I believe I rated this a 3-star, but let me double check my Goodreads. Yes, so I rated this actually 3.5 stars. This was following young college kids. They're not even kids, they're young adults, 21 years old, Anastasia and Nate. Is it Nate? That's his name, right? Is that his name? Yes, Nate Hawkins. And Anastasia is on the figure skating team. Nate is on the hockey team. And this was almost like an enemies to lovers. Like, Anastasia didn't like Nate, but she grew to like Nate. Nate has always just been like a sweetheart. He always has been empathetic to the situation that his hockey team has bestowed upon the figure skating team. And I'm talking in circles here, so I don't give any spoilers, but Nate has always just had a heart of gold. He always had the best interest of Anastasia. So there was just a lot of back and forth, a lot of like drama, not necessarily with Nate and Anastasia, but with Anastasia and a friend of hers. So this book was good. It was very spicy, y'all, probably 50 to 60% spice in this book. So if you do not like spice, do not read this book. Spice does not bother me. So if I was to say that it has a lot of spice, just please trust me when I say it has a lot of spice. It didn't necessarily take away from the storyline, the plot, because Hannah Grace did a really good job on making sure it doesn't overpower it, but it's a lot, so just beware of that. And again, I rated this 3.5 stars. The 6th book that I read for the month of February was When Worlds Collide, which I rated a 4-star. This follows Lauren and Kane, and Lauren's dad is an attorney who is trying to lock up Kane's dad, who is like the king drug lord. It's a lot of drama in this book. I don't want to really give spoilers, because the more I say, I feel like I will spoil it and give spoilers. But just trust me when I say that When Worlds Collide, When Hearts Collide, which is the 2nd book, and When Souls Collide, which is the 3rd book, and I will touch on those next. It was really good. Millie Belisaire did a great job with writing these books. These books will take you no time to read. They are little over, some is over 200 pages, some is just about 200 pages. It's really good, and all 3 of them are on Kindle Unlimited. What number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The 7th book that I read was When Hearts Collide, which is the 2nd book to the Collide series. I will put it right here. I actually rated that one a 4-star as well. It was just because each book kind of left off with with a cliffhanger besides the last book, obviously. So I immediately had to jump into the 2nd book because it left off on a cliffhanger. I rated that a 4-star. It's just still following Lauren and Kane and all their drama. And then the 3rd book, which was When Souls Collide, I rated that a 3-star. Overall, the entire series was a 4-star. I just didn't quite like in the 3rd book how it ended. I felt like Millie should have gave us more closure, gave us more justice for Lauren and Kane. I feel like we was getting dropped bombshells after bombshells, and Lauren and Kane was just going through so much, and I just don't feel like they got the best ending. So that's why I rated it a 3-star, but it does not take away from the whole series. The ninth book that I actually read was A Court of Frost and Starlight, which was also part of the ACOTAR series by Sarah J. Maas. Really, really cute, just a little bit over 200 pages. It almost felt like a Christmas special, but instead of it being Christmas, it's solstice in the ACOTAR world. Really, really good. I did rate this 4-star. It was just such a palate cleanser. My camera's about to die, so I'm rushing a little bit. And then the last and final book that I read for the month of February was Flow by Kennedy Ryan. I rated that a 4-star, and that is following, let me remember their names. One moment. That is following Grip and what is her name? And Bristol. Bristol is visiting her brother in LA because he is an artist, and Grip is her best friend, is her brother's best friend. So it's just a prequel to the Grip series, which I plan on getting into that next month. But I did rate that 4-star. It was such a good, cute read. It was just a little bit over 130 pages. So I literally got through it within a couple of hours. It is also on Audible if you wanted to listen to it versus reading it. If you were like me, I had to drive and pick up my babies, but I really needed to get that book done. So I was reading half of it on my Kindle and half of it on Audible. But yes, you all, that is all of the books that I have read in the month of February. That was 10 books total. And for the most part, most of my reads for the month of February were a 4, 5, or 6-star. I had maybe one bad book out of all of them, so I am very pleased with my book selection for the month of February. I cannot wait to see what we get into for the month of March. But I hope you all can take some of these recommendations if you have not read them. I hope that this will introduce you to one of these books and you read it for yourself. And if you do, let me know in the comments. Tell me how you like it. And again, you know I always love chatting with y'all in the comments. So that is all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.